have laptops?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically I'm just going to whiz through some slides to tell you about the language called Brainf. And then in any programming language you want, we're going to try and write an interpreter. So we've got a couple of really simple programs that you've probably seen before. You're going to need to execute them in an interpreter in whatever language you want. And that's basically what we're going to try and do in the next hour. Can anyone tell me what this means? Code can be hard to read sometimes, right? Anyone, please. Okay. So a lot of people complain that the syntax of Java is quite nasty, so I prefer this version. This is the same program, but obviously it's a lot cleaner. You only have 3 symbols. Good. Very different. Brainf is completely Turing complete in only 8 instructions. It operates kind of like a theoretical Turing machine in that for your data you only have a tape, like an array in memory. You can move backwards and forwards on it, you can increment numbers stored on it, and you can read into it and print out from it, and nothing else. But just having those 8 instructions, it's possible to write, hypothetically, anything that can be computed. It's sometimes surprisingly powerful. Can someone tell me what this does? I'm not going to move on until someone does, so you should just shout out.
It reads in that and it reads it out.
It reads a line.
Reads all lines until it's done.
It keeps reading lines from standard input, spits them out into standard output. That's the same thing in Brainf. It's arguably cleaner than Java. So it's a surprisingly expressive language. Not really. As I said, it works like a Turing machine. You have a data tape, which is just zeros to start with, and then you have a pointer to wherever you are on the tape. You move it either way, increment, read in or out. First few instructions, plus minus, left and right, plus increments, whatever's stored at the value that's currently where the pointer is pointing. Minus is the opposite, decrements it, and then you can move it left or right on the tape. This is one of the nicest instructions. This is how you make loops. So if whatever's currently on the tape is 0, then you skip until the matching bracket, and then the other bracket just jumps back to the first. So you can implement if statements and while loops and stuff like that using these instructions. Comma reads something from standard in, dot writes something from standard out. So if you go to that URL and pull the repo, then there are a couple of programs in there. There's just the print one and cat. And then once you've done that, hopefully, you should be able to run this one, which is the Mandelbrot set in Brainf. So that's the end of the talk part. If you pull that, or if you want to leave, you can leave. Then there'll be a couple of helpers and myself, and we'll try and see if someone can write an interpreter that can run this program by the end of the session. Okay?